Welcome to Gourmet Country with Chef Derek Carter. Today we're going to do a pulled pork taco al pastor, where we've already marinated and sous vided our pork neck for 12 hours at 80 degrees Celsius, so roughly 150, between 120 and 150 degrees Fahrenheit in the water. I'm going to take that and we're going to set it on the grill. The theme today is that I have some friends that say, hey Derek, you can grill always in your garden, amazing, but what's when you have just a small grill and you're on a terrace like we have? So I said, well, let me come over and not do it for you. So here we are doing it. So my friend has a small little gas grill here. You see it? Sexy and small. We like that. Like I said, we already marinated our pork, sous vided it. So we're going to take our pork neck. Make sure we don't fall over here. And we're going to set it on the grill. Yeah. I gotta get a good grip because I have to hold it. Yeah. We've already heated our grill up. You see that? I'm going to save, of course, all the juices from the pork that we sous vided, because they're going to make for a nice pulled pork. Yeah, we have in the sous vide marinade, we have pineapple juice, ajijote pasta, some ancho chilies, chipotle chilies, garlic, salt, oregano, Mexican oregano. That's all in there. We apple cider vinegar and a little bit of oil and a little bit of orange juice I added as well. So we just marinated that and we cooked it sous vide for 12 hours, 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 80 degrees Celsius. So now we're going to turn our grill down. We're about 300, 250 here. We don't need that much heat. Turn that down. And then we're going to get going. What we're going to make with it is we're going to make a Mexican coleslaw. We're going to take a pointed cabbage here. Slice that very thin. We're going to take mayonnaise, some sour cream or creme fraiche. Normally I put tequila, but my kids are with me today, so today we're not putting tequila. Then we're going to put some fresh cilantro and fresh lemon juice or lime juice and the lime zest, fresh cut green onions, and we're going to mix that into the coleslaw. And then after that we're going to do a roasted tomato salsa for salsa roya with tomatoes, and then we have some chipotle and ancho chili here and some avocado oil. We're going to make it. So like I said, with the first marinade we had anche cojote, yeah, and the pasta ajijote. And by the overall, it just gives a little bit of color to the pork, yeah? We check on our pork here. Doing really well, you know? Got some smoked salt to add to our salsa. The other stuff. So we begin with first the tomatoes. We need to roast our tomatoes, so we take a few of our Roma tomatoes. Therefore, they have the most meat in there. And set these right on the grill, like so. Six or eight for the amount of people we have today. Toast. Then we're gonna take a half an onion. And we're also gonna just put that whole thing on the grill to give that roast aroma and get going. We're gonna take a couple limes as well, and we're gonna get those on the grill for later, yeah, that we have a nice smoky lime, toasted lime aroma. If you're not here, you're missing out on how good it smells right now. The whole aroma, yeah? So we'll go quickly into our marinade for the coleslaw. This we're going to take about 4 limes. First we're going to take the skin from the 4 limes. Of course they're bio organic limes, so we can use the skin. Also been washed, so we're not worried about it. And we're just going to take all the zest from every lime. Therefore, the zest has the most oils and has the most aroma, yeah? So we're zesting all 4 limes here, because that's what's going to taste in our coleslaw here. So, like I said before, normally I put a lot of tequila in there, but since we have children with us eating today, that we're not going to get into the tequila level, unfortunately. Lime number 3. You need a lot. Gotta have a lot of lime juice and a lot of lime zest for the flavor, and a lot of coriander. So we get about. It's very important that we have all these citrus lime notes in there. The acidity and the sourness for the pork, yeah, because the pork is actually, we're using an Iberico pork neck. It's one of the best porks in the world to use. It comes out of Spain, even though we're doing a little more the Mexican style, but me being in Germany and Europe, that's what we have. So, and I don't complain, because it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of meat. You can't go wrong. The fat content is almost like Wagyu Kobe beef, and I mean, it's got a good 50, 60, 70% marble content. So we slice our limes in half here, now that we have the zest in each one. And we just take the knife, be very careful that you don't poke all the way through, and squeeze as much lime juice as you can out of there. I just hope I didn't drip lime juice on our neighbors downstairs. If so, I apologize. Go further. So we got the juice of 4 limes here. We take our lime, get rid of them in our little garbage here. And we can go with some sour cream. We have equal parts sour cream and equal parts mayonnaise. Just pick a good sour cream company, good mayonnaise company. I can't say which one I'm using. Yeah, 50-50, and you're good. Then we just mix the 2 together here. Then we're going to take some of our fresh cilantro here. Take about 1/3 of it. We're going to actually, you know, it's already been washed. We're going to chop the whole stems and leaves, everything right into our coleslaw. Add that right there to it. mix that in there. Clean our cutting board here. Add some salt. And then later we'll add a little bit of, you don't really need to add too much of pepper because we're about to cut in a jalapeno and an onion into there. So we just check for the salt and the seasoning here. Get a little more salt in there. It's fresh. So fresh with the cilantro and the lime juice. And we're going to add a little bit of cumin, ground cumin, yeah, tablespoon or so. And we're going to add a little bit of our ancho chili for the pepper, yeah. And we'll set this to the side. Turn our tomatoes. See, your tomatoes are starting to char. You just want to turn them. Let it char on every side. Get that nice roast smoke aroma. Same with the limes. Oh, look at those. The sugars, the acidity turns the sugar in there. Oh, sexy. I'm going to check on our onion here. Caramelize all. It needs to go a little bit longer. It's not caramelized like we like. I'm going to turn our pork neck here. That way, brown on every side. And close this bad boy up. Again, we'll go to our coleslaw now. Yeah, I take the pointed cabbage. Cut that in half. It's already been washed. Take one half. Here, set to the side. Cut it in quarters. Take the big stem from the cabbage out of here. We don't need that. And then we go to making a julienne. Today I'm going to use the mandolin. Yeah, it goes 100 times faster. Yeah, the big leaves are set to the side. I cut those with a knife in a second, but here we can very quickly julienne of our leaves for salad. And it's okay to have some big pieces. Now we're going to julienne a little bit tighter. Got the other one. Said before, any leaves, any big pieces that don't julienne quickly, just set aside. We're going to do that with a knife real quick. And peel some other big pieces are fine. Take the hair. The finer the cola or the cabbage salad is, the better it is. It takes more of the marinade on. Yeah, the bigger the pieces, the less amount of space the marinade takes on. So we're trying to do as fine as a salad as we can here. So in the end we have pieces look like that. So very thin is the optimum that we're looking for here. So again, I hope I don't get cabbage salad on my neighbors downstairs. I'm sure they don't mind. It tastes. Turn it that we can get every amount of cabbage that we can use on here. And then you come down to your core, yeah? So, I'm going to take the last final pieces here. We're actually going to julienne those by knife. We're just going to do a chiffonade where we roll the big pieces and leaf. And I actually use my cooking skills I learned over time to very thinly make a fine ribbon of the cabbage. I can use a knife, crazy like. I don't have to look anymore because I know exactly where everything is. Coleslaw. Now I'm going to take our coleslaw sauce here for the Mexican coleslaw. The sour cream, mayonnaise, cilantro, lime juice, salt, some smoked chili, ancho or the chipotle, it doesn't matter. Can put tequila in there, as I said before. But today we have children, so can't use it. And we just take our hand and coat our pointed cabbage really well. You can do this also with ironically, you can do this with iceberg salad. It's almost the same, just fermented. I like the texture of the coleslaw. It's has more bite to it, more snap with the cabbage. But you can do it with romaine salad or iceberg salad, like I said before. You can also add carrots. We're about to add an onion to it. First, we're taste. So now we're gonna add a sweet onion to it. So the other half of the white sweet onion is already peeled. Take the sides off, and they're just gonna slice that super thin here. You can also do it on the mandolin, but hands are gonna get dirty again. So now we add the onion for that freshness, this coriander, everything is in there. So almost the same as your classic coleslaw. Just today we don't have the carrots in there. You can add it as well. You can add red pepper, chilies, jalapenos if you want a little more kick. You can add the jalapenos, but today we have two different salsas that are gonna come, a pineapple and a red tomato salsa. So we don't need to add that. Well, check out our tomatoes. Turn them again here. Very important that we char them on all sides. Check out our onion. That side is well charred, good. Our limes are well charred. Pork is doing well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our pineapple salsa. So first we take a nice fresh ripe pineapple. Take the top and the bottom off, then we go with our knife and we turn the pineapple that all the hairs of the pineapple are cut away. And we have a pineapple like so. Now we're just going to cut it down in sheets like so, so thin. It all depends on how thick you want your salsa. You want ours pretty fine. Now, go all the way around pineapple, all the way to that core. The core is edible. It's just not so texture-wise. For me, it's too tough to chew, so I don't use it. Yeah, but you can eat that and you can do things with that. Today we're not. Take one red pepper, the other one's set over the side here. Get everything organized by cut, yeah, so rectangle by rectangle. The quarters of the half of the pineapple by pineapple, so that we can cut evenly and quickly. And then we just go into our julienne here. And then to a small dice, or brunoise as they say. Roughly chopped is alright, it doesn't matter how beautiful it is. Yeah, it's not a problem. And we add that to our dish here. Making sure that we don't have any hairs to choke on from the pineapple, yeah. We'll try to get this close to the same size so that we work safely here. The next one's virtually the same size. So the classic taco al pastor is with pineapple, yeah? And so we're doing this, but we're doing it in a salsa style. And we also marinate it with a little bit of the juice of pineapple and some orange juice, just because I like to balance it out with a little bit of citrus note. You can do lime juice, lemon juice, but the whole pork neck was marinated already. And so the classic has just pineapple chunks in it, the ajicote pasta, some roasted chilies, garlic, apple vinegar, and we marinate it for roughly 12 hours, 24 hours to help break down the proteins in the meat. The pineapple juice is a natural tenderizer, as well as lemon salt, or lemon, lime, salt, sugars. We also have some brown sugar in there for gives a nice caramel rise note. And if you could smell what I smell over here, or what my cameraman is smelling right now, you'll be impressed. Not only do I know what I'm doing, but you can smell that I know what I'm doing. Yeah? So the aromas here, the tomatoes, the lime, the lemon on the grill, the pork neck with the marinade, the caramelizing of all those natural sugars in there. So we have our pineapple chopped. Go to our red pepper. Yeah, this is just for color. We're just adding this for color, a little bit of texture. Don't have to have it if you have a red chili or a red jalapeno, it's fine. Today we only had green jalapeno, so we're gonna add some color with the red paprika here, the red bell pepper, as they say. Cut it into a safe size. Take the pith out, yeah, the white part of the pepper, yeah. This we don't need. It's the bitter part. That's what their natural defense system is. So that when an animal eats it, it says, "Bah, horrible." But we say, we take that out and we say, "Oh, fantastic and sweet, peppery." Yeah. Got that also. Fine julienne here. Then into a fine brunoise or a brunoise. Small square cuts. Yeah. Get that in there. This is only for color. Add some sweetness, some bitterness to it. You don't have to if you don't like them. The green ones are a little too bitter for this. That's why we're gonna come with that jalapeno here in a minute to add the spice. Because my kids love that pepper, that kick. Get it on there, yeah. So, one more. So, clean our cutting board really quick. It's a little too wet, yeah, and it gets a little slippery. It's not safe. Get rid of our shells. Check our meat. Caramelizing beautifully. Tomatoes are roasting beautiful here. Onion on that side. We use the Roma tomatoes because they have the most meat. Limes are doing beautiful. So then we add some fresh cilantro to our salsa. The other one goes to the red. The other half here goes to the red salsa. So I'm gonna go to also a chiffonade of the fresh cilantro. Stem and all. The stem has the most aromatic aroma and the most oil, so don't be afraid to use the whole thing. Only if you're getting fancy, you only want the leaves in there, but for gourmet country is exactly what we want. Flavor, and we're going for flavor. Then we take a nice piece of garlic, or half a piece of garlic, one jalapeno. We're not going to get too wild for our children here today. piece off. Nice fine julienne here. No, and then go to a small chop here. Yeah. Then we're gonna go to jalapeno. I need to put a glove on with a jalapeno because they are spicy and they are hot. And if I touch my face or my eyes, or I have to go to the bathroom, it is a little dangerous. It's not gonna kill you, but it's gonna burn you for a moment. And trust me, as a chef, I've done it a couple times, and it's not fun. So we're gonna just have to cut our jalapeno in half. We're gonna take the seeds here out. We don't need the seeds. If you want more spice in there, use the seeds. Today, like I said, we got a couple kids with us, so we're not gonna get that wild with the heat. Take that white pith out of there, yeah, because this is actually really bitter, and we don't want that, no. So then we're gonna also chop that in very fine strips, or juliennes. And we're gonna cut that. Make sure you cut this really, really, really small. Yeah, this is important. That it's not only for color, but you only need so much jalapeno for the whole thing. You know, like I said, we got 2 different salsas coming. You don't need it too peppery. Yeah, so that goes in there. Then we're gonna come again with the juice of and the zest of 2 limes. Then we're gonna add a little bit of avocado oil, just because that's where the land we're cooking from is, yeah, in the South American art. So we're just staying close, because they definitely don't have peanut oil and things like that. I mean, I'm sure they do nowadays, but we're just gonna, you know, why not use the whole, you know, from where they're from. The avocado gets a nice flavor as well. It's a nice fat. It's a healthy fat for you. There's no allergy for that yet, so. Getting warm out here. I don't know if it's the jalapeno or if it's just the temperature. Well, so let's get to our limes here. Add some acidity to our salsa here, because this salsa needs to be really fresh, yeah? So we got the coleslaw, the Mexican coleslaws, got the sour and the fat in there. Here is the fresh and the spice, with the pineapple and the jalapenos, and the cilantro, and the red bell pepper. Hope I'm not dropping on my neighbors. Yeah? Let's add some salt. The heat we don't need to add. We're going to add a little bit of chipotle in here for fun. That smoke aroma, but I actually will leave that. Man, we'll make the salsa. Salsa is like so. Just mix everything together. Got great colors, great aroma. Go to our avocado oil here. Color of that. It's a deep gold color. If you've ever seen an avocado nut, they have that. It smells like avocado. Let's taste it. That popping right there, that flavor. The aroma, the spice, the freshness deserves a good toast of wine. So, we're gonna go into now our tomato salsa, and we're almost there. So, tomato salsa. So there we're actually gonna use a smoked salt because we want that smoke aroma. The salsa Rio. It's actually very simple. I'm gonna take some jalapenos. We'll start with one, just because there's children here. This time we're gonna leave the seeds in it though, because we want that heat in this salsa. And just chop that really roughly, because we're gonna hit that with a hand mixer. Goes in there. Take our onion. Same thing, we're just gonna take that cooked onion, chop it really rough. It is hot, but that is the point of this salsa. We're gonna hit that really quick with a hand mixer. Gonna take the rest of our cilantro here, fold it. Chop that, add that in there. Take 2 of our smoked limes, the juice and the pulp from there. If you just saw that, the pulp fell right out. Oh, look at that, the pulp just falls right out there. The aroma and the pulp from the lime. So amazing. So amazing there. Yeah? So then we're gonna get to our tomatoes. These are hot. I'm not lying. I'm not joking. Whew. Yeah, take those off the grill. We're gonna flip our pork one more time. Try that burnt in there. Oh, so full of flavor. Man, I'm glad I get to try this. Yeah, we're gonna just chop those tomatoes roughly in here. Like I said, I used the Roma tomato because it has so much meat in there. You don't have to really worry about the losing, the loss of. First of all, there's not so much water content in there. Second of all, the seeds, it's not a lot of seeds, so sometimes the seeds bring a bitterness to it. And if you can see, I'm dancing a little bit because these potatoes are so hot that it's hard to handle. That's one of my favorite band songs is, yeah? The Black Crows. So, get them in there. Towel. Clean the cutting board up a little bit. I honestly feel sorry for my friends because, as a cook, I make a mess and they clean up after me. Yeah? So props to my friends Andre and Dazik. Yeah? So, like I said, this time we're gonna add a little bit of smoked salt. This is Danish smoked salt. It has a nice smoky aroma. Then as well, we're gonna add a little bit of smoked jalapeno, yeah, chipotle, yeah, for that smoky roast chili aroma. Then again, a little bit of cumin, ground cumin, yeah, classic taste. And then we're going to take our hand mixer and just blend everything together. We might have to paint after this. Get a nice rough liquid salsa, yeah? But they're aromas, and I'm sure my cameraman can account for me as well. And he can smell them from over there. That the
Oh yes.
smells amazing. You just check for salt. Oh, this is popping. It's bombastic. I don't even know all the words I can say for this right now. It's amazing. The flavors, the simplicity, just from grilling and adding a couple things to it. Yeah? So let's change gloves, and then we're going to get here to actually putting the whole dish together. Grab my plate. I had to clean my plate a little bit because I did get a little wild with doing things here. I don't have spoons today, just for fun. No need to always have spoons. So we got our salsa. We got our 2 salsas, a pineapple salsa, and some green onions. Take a little bit of our lemon cress, yeah, the lemon verbena, yeah. I'm gonna set this into the kitchen. Get our plate up here. We clean our plate a little bit here. Like I said, I am a chef. I get wild and crazy. Stuff can go in the salsa. Clean our cutting board a little bit. We need to cut one more thing. Let's cut our green onions to top. These we just cut very fine for extra bit of freshness. Nicely chopped green onions. Now we're going to pull out our tortillas here. We're going to give them a little love on the grill. Take our roasted limes and start building our plate here. So 2 roasted limes there. Take some of our pork. I think we gotta make a little more room. Oh, look at that. You know? That is rocking. Get that back on the grill. When the family comes, and just pull that apart. Whew. Hot mama, we're going to use a little bit of help here. chop, or look how tender and juicy that pork is, yeah? Caramelized. Take a little bit of a anchovy chili. We're going to season this up again a little bit here, yeah? A little chipotle. And some smoked salt. Take a little bit of the marinade from there. From the juice of the sous vide. Tortillas. Flip them. They're nice and grilled. Yes. So then we're going to slowly build our tacos here up, you know? It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so awesome. Take a quick wine drink. So, let's rock and roll. So, we got 1, 2, 3 corn tortillas. There are lines to the side. Mix this up by hand. This is no joke here, yeah? Some pulled pork in there. Number 2, yeah? Bring up number 2. Number 3. A little bit of our Mexican coleslaw in there, yeah. Pineapple salsa, yeah, and over some salsa roy. Some fresh green onions here. Get that popping. Take our 3 tacos, 1 burnt lime, another burnt lime, even if you see that or not. Some of our lemon micro herbs here, yeah. And we have a gourmet pulled pork taco. Pastor. Hope you enjoy it. I'm about to enjoy it. Till next time on the Gourmet Country with Chef Derek Carter.